All right. Let's continue this one. The next mission is thou must live, die, and yet know. The knot is watching you in quiet contemplation. Morosu, listen to me. Our duty now is not to denounce Hermes for his misguided determination, or to convince Emmett Selk and Hathalotius that they have been deceived. No. We must instead ensure that the experiences Hermes sought to expunge are preserved. We must instead ensure that the experiences Hermes sought to expunge are preserved. What remains in our memories alone will be our weapon against the final days. You must fight this battle in your age, and I in mine. The promise. Come, let us walk together once more. I will see you to the doors of the Popleon. Your time in this age is drawing to an end. Upon speaking to Banat, several cutscenes will play in sequence. Okay, here we go. Let's recommend you to... Okay, yeah.
So, it is within. The portal that brought you hither, and will take you home.
This is where we part ways. Perhaps I should stay and help.
I appreciate your sentiment. I truly do. But 'tis a very long game that we must now play. And while you have maintained a stable presence here thus far, there are dangers in lingering over long. No. You must return to your own battlefield. Make use of the knowledge you have attained, that your days here and our friends' sacrifice be not in vain. With Meteion free to pursue her designs, 'tis only a matter of time until the final days are upon us. We must be ready. From fortifying our defenses to securing our escape, there is much to be done. In spite of this, we cannot allow the report that set this calamity in motion to become common knowledge. Were the masses to learn the fates of the other stars, I fear the situation would spiral out of our control. I must carefully consider who can be trusted and bring them into the fold. Ordinarily, I wouldn't hesitate to call upon the 14. However, it was the desire for a fair determination that drove Hermes to attempt to erase our memories. Were he made aware of his actions, there is no telling whether he would remain a friend or become a foe. Alternately, we might try to alienate him from the convocation. Yet in doing so, we would deprive ourselves of a brilliant mind who would be invaluable in the crises to come. Quite the dilemma. Which is why I must work independently of the convocation. Regardless of how we proceed, if we are to permanently avert the final days, we must be equal to Hermes' challenge. We must prove that mankind is worthy to exist. And this hinges, I think, on how we confront the all-consuming despair that accompanies a senseless and seemingly inevitable end. Bewildered and divided, we would perish like the peoples of those celestial ruins. We could not hope to survive the final days, much less take the battle to Meteion at her nest. We must find a way to defeat despair, to unite and prepare as many as possible for the struggle ahead. Heavy will weigh the burden of guiding this legion of souls. Yet I have faith in mankind's potential. As long as he believes in himself, there is naught he cannot achieve. So I will not give up on him, on us. You may find your world to be very different, or perhaps the erasure of our friend's memories has sown the seeds of a conjunction between us. We cannot know until the moment is at hand. So shall I strive to do my best, taking naught for granted as I walk my path. And I pray you walk with me to the end. As you move forward, so too will I, as will all, resolved to fight for the morrow. And when mankind has found the strength to stand against despair, we shall silence the song of oblivion. She who sings it will learn our journey is far from over. This I promise. Fare you well, my light of the future, till we meet again.
No, I want to see more. I want to see what's going to happen. Oh, come on. Oh my God.
From this day forth, I shall strive to bring honor to the seat of Vandania.
Even now, I remember standing there, locked in a moment where the sky is aflame. Where stars fall as tears, and screams darken the seas. Where resignation rots the trees. Where terror twists magics into abominations. Such is the lament of they who have gone before. The song of they who tried and failed to create a better world. The song of the end. That which hides at the edge of the universe is no longer hope's creation. It is hopelessness incarnate. That day, mankind saw half of its number sacrificed to bring forth Zodiac. And covering the star in a shroud of ether, we forestalled the final days. Yet the cries echoed still. We wept for innocence lost, wailed for death inevitable. A reality too terrible to bear. And for too many who sought comfort in gilded memories of joyful days and tranquil nights.
This is all wrong! Why must we suffer so?
It needn't be like this. No. There must be a way to restore things to the way they were. To reclaim the perfect paradise we once had.
No, my friends. Suffering exists, and we cannot pretend otherwise. No civilization, however great, could eliminate it. If we would live, we must accept it as our constant companion. Let us not seek to forget this tragedy. Let us carry it in our hearts, that we may grow stronger and know true happiness.
We can't accept it! We won't accept it! It will be ours again! A world free of sorrow!
No, it will not. For there has ever been sorrow. Mankind was but spared its biting sting for a time. So please, open your eyes. To try and reclaim those lives we lost by sacrificing yet more isn't wisdom. It is weakness. No paradise is without its shadows. If we cannot accept this truth and learn from our pain, then our plight shall be repeated.
O mighty Zodiac! God, born of our boundless faith, we bid you, hear our prayer. Accept this offering of lives, and deliver unto us the lives we once had. Deliver unto us the days of old, the days when the star was a font of love, and we knew naught but bliss.
You would destroy it? Our beautiful world?
Yes.
Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all, a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning and my purpose. My love. In spite of, or perhaps because of this, I choose to believe in mankind's potential. In his ability to find a way forward. So let there be no way back. From that temptation, I sunder us. No more shall man have wings to bear him to paradise.
Oh my god.
Henceforth, he shall walk.
Wow.
All is excruciating pain. I breathe fire and torment. I birth a world of suffering to mire and plague.
No.
In one fleeting moment, lives come and go, ever moving towards the unknown. And in that fleeting moment, they cry for the answer to the question. Why, given life, are they meant to suffer, to die? As fragmented, imperfect beings, yours is a never-ending quest. Quest to find your purpose, knowing your end is assured.
Oh my god.
Find the strength to continue when all strength has left you. To find joy, even as darkness descends. And amidst deepest despair, light everlasting. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Oh. Wow. Wow. Travel to fucking Elpis. One of the fucking options is to travel to Elpis. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, cool character. Oh my god. Impeccable timing as always. I heard you were off in the first as part of our efforts to investigate the final days. Well, so often seems to be the case. While you were away, we've had some few developments, which we can discuss in just a moment. For now, however, I cannot tell you how wonderful it is to have you back. 5:45. I'm assuming that will be. Oh, that's the next gear set. These are all 539s. We're going tank the rest of the way. As the heavens burn. So you've learned the final days? Yeah. Then the journey was well worth the risk. No doubt your newfound knowledge will be a great boon to us all. Unfortunately, during your time in the First, events here have taken a turn for the worse. The Scions are running themselves ragged trying to contain the spread of blasphemies. But it's a losing battle. Try to ascertain the where and why of it. Alfino and Alize have been traveling all over. All of the regions they visited. Locus and Monas is one of the worst affected. Thancredistini and Graha took a detachment of allied soldiers that there to offer aid and succor to those in need. But the province is vast. They've only managed to visit a handful of coastal villages. It was an accomplishment worth celebrating. Still would have dropped in the bucket at best. In the meantime, Istola and Master Matoya have been making a concerted effort to establish contact with Hydaelyn in the Etherical Sea, but to no avail. As for Tataru and I, we've been keeping a close eye on the Forum. From what we gather, they've been constructing the vessel to ferry people to the moon. An ambitious project. It's likely been in the making for years, if not decades. That's been years, if not decades in the making. However, we've seen no sign of it thus far. I suspect it's still incomplete. You also recall the proposal issued by Master Fortuno to the people of Rides at Hand. Following their discussion, Victor declared his support for the plan and urged those who wish to evacuate to accept the Forum's invitation. So far, so good. But that's where things get a little strange. Apparently, the Forum caught wind of the lunar teleporter in the Tower of Babel and decided to use it to deliver people to the moon instead of their mysterious ship. Therefore, to secure safe passage for the Hanish refugees from the tower. To secure safe passage for the Hanish refugees to the tower, Alfino, Alize, Istini, and Graha traveled to Garlemald not long ago. Trouble is, the capital was hardly a safe place to begin with, and now the final days have come to Garlemald. Shortly after our friends arrived, they were sent rendezvous with Master Fortuno. Then panic broke out, and our communications were severed. From what fragments we were able to make out before the link shells went completely silent, we can only assume the phenomenon has spread to the capital. The others need you. Please go get them. You got it. Let's make it happen. Having you there will make all the difference. Camp Broken Glass was their first protocol. Let's go. There's no telling what you'd be walking into. Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Xenos can be standing there. I'll just fucking kill him. Walk into a boss fight, he'll just die. I don't give a fuck. Ooh, that's a cool character. What the fuck is bow? What the fuck is my missing quest? Moroshu, not a moment too soon. The skies over Garlemald are ablaze. Yeah, I noticed. But it's events in the ground that concern me. As you've well heard, you fellow Scions arrived ahead of you. We can cut the customary greetings short. Tell me where to go, tell me where to go. It was that when the heavens began. I dispatched your friends to ensure the refugees come to no harm. I would have you join them immediately. Additional support is en route. Upon departing, several cutscenes. Let's fucking go. I'm not gonna get fucking defeated. Are you kidding me? Fucking go. Level 88. Let's fucking go. I'm a paladin. Earlier in the Magna Glacius.
No. 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 We were promised an escape. Not the same we fled.
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste. Calm yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy. Come, we must build a line of defense.
Come on, Fortuna. Come on. You once were a fighter. There's your son.
How?
Leave the fighting to us, Father. You must lead the people to safety.
Woo. Leave it to your boy.
I can handle this pair. You?
Shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
As you wish, my little lord.
I love those two.
I'll command the beast's attention. See to the wounded.
I don't know what my abilities do. Is that a heal? Okay, that's a heal. What's this one do? An attack? Ooh. No, 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 no. Don't die. Don't turn it into things. No.
Those who can stand, come with me.
And if I draw him away. Calm down.
You're safe now.
Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
Easy now.
Stop it.
Deep breaths.
Stop it. Be good.
Worry not for the refugees, but for yourself.
Come on. Justinian's being dope. Justinian, you gotta be saved. I don't know what this does. I'm putting all a bunch of attacks on you. There you go. Boom. Healer. Dominant healer, look at that bio, that's how you heal, bitch. I heal. Oh, 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 oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, we're gonna lose. I don't know how to heal. I don't know how to heal. Oh, oh, oh. Uh-oh. I fucked up. What's this one do? The AoE heal? AoE heal, okay. That's AoE heal. Shield. Single heal. Single heal. Single heal. Single heal. Shield. Suck at it. Single target. Single target. AoE. Rush. You know what I'm saying? I'll make it happen, Captain. Bruh. I know what I'm doing. I'm a hero. I'm about that life. You know what I'm saying? I'm about that life.
Help! Someone, please!
What?
Daddy's gonna get him. Daddy's got him. Come on. Or me, Warrior Light. Warrior Light. You're not gonna die.
Forward! Let not a single fiend escape! Wait, that's... Euless and the army. So, you've recovered then? In time enough to be of aid, for once. We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better! For Garlemald has her pride! Of that I've no doubt.
Good gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army.
That's your son.
Oh.
And that's your daughter.
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
Think
All right.
withdrawal might be in order?
No.
Oh, sod that. You know who would never abandon these people to their fate? To be devoured by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices. Now, let's go!
You give me the twins. You got it. I don't know what the fucking my shit does, but combo, Scorch combo, AoE. Okay, so combo, heal. This is a buff. Increases magic dealt. Okay. And limit break. Damn, Raw. Oh shit. Black Star.
I'm not done yet.
Nothing to worry about. The air crackles with energy. Find cover! There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back. Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you, from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Ah, you're from Palakar's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out!
Here comes Warrior of Light.
Get out of here!
They use Graha.
Quickly! I won't lose them. Not a one. This will be a brighter future. I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve!
Get it together, Alizé. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of Father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of him as it is. You mustn't let our sword in the darkness fight alone.
That's a fucking entrance, bro.
I can look after myself, you know.
I know you can.
Everything's in order, I trust?
Now it's time to stop all this shit. Get off my battlefield, bitch.
I've had enough of this rabble. Come on!
Oh, a trio for the ages.
Get off my field.
I had a feeling I'd find you. This should be the last of the worst troublemakers. With me!
Easy, bitch. Kiss my ass, motherfucker.
You must board without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
Your offer to host us in Sharlayan is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you. That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to old Sharlayan. Please.
We would be fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
It seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
Yes. Well.
Behind you! Just there!
There can't be more. Come on.
More of them.
Xenos. I said I'd kill you. So I'll kill you now.
Here! You'll be alright. Hurry to the airship.
You guys leave, I'll kill him.
Why have you come?
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying. Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
That is and has ever been my sole concern.
I'm gonna kill him.
You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry.
Yep.
Your passion pales before mine. Yet neither hate nor despair seems sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust. So I hone my blade, and I wait.
That's it. That's all you care about.
Yeah. Yep.
Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone. Along with so many of its people. Not just soldiers like us. Not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Innocent civilians. Murdered by their own flesh and blood.
Calm
Lost
down.
and confused as they breathed their last.
Calm down.
While we who survived with our lives and minds intact were left to freeze to death. The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing. You slaughtered your countrymen. You did! For what?
For nothing in the end. So much wasted effort.
Wow.
You bastard!
No.
For your own sake, Eulus, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Yes. You'll lose yourself.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
What?
He's such an
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome? If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends? Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy. And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone. Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
Bro.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death. But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
Xenos! Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day. You will never get what you want, not even the battle you pine for so dearly. You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
Because he's ridiculously powerful.
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish. Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, 'tis only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned.
My dude's jacked.
If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
Grown-up Alpino. Yes, he will. Okay, I wasn't sure if I could fly here or not. To see Xenos standing there so uncaring and unrepentant. Gods, I don't know what came over me. I just blurted out the first thing that came to my mind. Looking back on it, I stand by those words. I would say I hope they won't incite him. They won't incite him to further villainy, but to be honest, I doubt he even remembers what I said. Anyway, enough about all that. It's good to see you again. Paladin. Whoa. Ooh, hey. Oh, that's cool. It's like dwarven. It's like dwarven. That's kind of cool looking. That's kind of cool looking. I get like a dwarven paladin set now.
No major injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Fortuneau Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak. Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now, more than ever.
We swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuneau. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Sharlayan alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other I would doubt, but you I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait. Did you hear something just now?
No, they didn't get the little bunnies. The bunnies are fine. Yeah. It just wants pudding.
Where is this star's blasted pudding?
It just wants pudding. Hello. Look at.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night, and to this bitter clime bring warmth and comfort. 'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans. It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Aetheris. Oriange made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom, but still. And it's not like there will ever be a better time.
They're so...
With the aforementioned doom.
Oh my god, they're fucking adorable.
Marvelous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Oriange's inferior works no more.
He just wants pudding.
Hey! Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom?
It's actually very funny.
Require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal. We were born from Heidelin's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it? Not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Oriange made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
I love them. I love them.
Forgive me, but are they...
Yes. Yep.
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow. Well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last.
So adorable.
I'm Livingway, Hardlin's right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
Oh.
I bid you welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Charlian, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
That one just still wants pudding.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperids made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable. 'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
Good to have it. You bet. May the disciples. Yeah, sure. Let's go with this one.
I am no esteemed philosopher of Eld. Nevertheless, 'tis my hope that what little knowledge I shared shall serve them well, and perchance help save us all. Will thou attend us at the Forum and lend thine own wisdom?
If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
Alright. And now we're back here at night. I dare say Master Porcino was nonplussed as we learn the identity of Heidelin's lunar custodians. As he will soon discover, they have much more to offer the Forum. But I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith. We may yet have time to discuss the recent adventures we have summoned. Really gotta stand on it. Not that I'm complaining, Oriange, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee. In extolling the virtues of Aetheris, I did inadvertently awaken the Lolliperitis, the Loperitis of the bunnies, a desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Kratos, that you obtain new knowledge that may aid us in the ongoing efforts. I have news to share regarding our study of the Ethereal Sea, but our findings are certain to be of greater interest. To what revelations did Heidelin's Elpis flower lead? We need to go to space, and we need to go find the stupid fucks, and we need to go kill him. Yep. But I have to go to space. Then this Dynamis is what drives the final days. Yep. If it and Akasha are one and the same, this all but proves Nadhana's theory. We are entirely, through sheer force of emotion, to channel this vast dormant reservoir into a raging river. Its power might surpass even that of ether. But if our star is so replete with the ether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamis of great expanse. Meteon, or rather the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish, fear, and hatred, drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose, the destruction of Aetheris. Then our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim, to defeat Meteon. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Meteon and we deliver the world from the final days. But to even attempt it There are two conditions. First, we must determine her location. It's marked. Before Midian escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Banat, the woman who would become Heidelin. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely misunderstood, so we cannot assume that our Heidelin and the Banat you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nonetheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as the all-powerful being, I'd wager that Heidelin possesses the knowledge that we seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Aetheris, not to stay. Do you suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of Mithion? Nope. Nope. That's my impression too, otherwise she wouldn't have used me for a conduit for her will, and provided clues such as the Elpis flower. I believe she's been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. What's the second condition? Find a means to reach her. Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely upon whomever or wherever she's made her nest. Then communion with Heidelin must be necessary. Do you and Master Matoya have any luck with the investigation into the Etherical Sea? No, but we enlisted the help of Ehrenwald and other Echo-blessed allies. We couldn't detect so much as a whisper from Heidelin, even within the Anti-Tower. Master Matoya is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method receiving instructions from Heidelin. If so, it will most likely be of some form of apparatus from observing the Etherical Sea, built closer to home. Sorry to interrupt, we just received word from the Forum. Your presence is required at the Rasta, where we intend to discuss the Great Exodus. Jesus fuck. Then Father was able to persuade them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say. I'll be right back. The forum is in session, and as such, the rasta is closed to visitors. Bro, you're letting me in. That's right. Of course, entry will only be permitted in the condition. Let me make something clear. I do what I want. This is cool. That sounds good. You are with the Scions, yes? There's nothing more than I can tell you of the Great Exodus. Don't mind me, I'm just worm. I'm gonna look around. Oh, okay, I think I've already been through here. Let's make it happen, Captain.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends. By your leave, of course.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, at their request, on the Great Exodus. You may enter. On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glaciers. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzadhan. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Then let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Rabzat Khan was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational, and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Delightful as always, Master Alfino. Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms? "71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it. Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Very well.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
Sorry about not letting the rest of you in on my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for the most part. But since we require both the means of communicating with Heidelin and reaching Midian, in the spur of the moment, I saw involving ourselves in the completion of the Ark as a way to work towards both goals simultaneously. I was going to take the moon to it, but okay, that works too. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the Etherburner. I'd like to think it's not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our expanded circle of associates. Call Sid. Maybe I haven't seen Sid this whole expansion, I don't think. It might behoove us to learn about how the Etherburner actually works. Let's go going down. As instructed, I'll take you to Etherburner. Meet me outside the Archeon. Let's make it happen, Captain. So the Ark is being built in Labyrinthios? Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? Where are they gonna call it invincible? Our destination lies in the lower levels. The Forum and its wisdom is granted you access to the Archeon's lift. Oh yeah, we was trying to go the whole first time. I'd find no one could ever go down there. Step inside. Yep. Let's go. Hey, gemstone trader. I wonder what he has. I think I've already checked him. I don't think he had anything. Yeah, he didn't have anything. Junkmonger. Okay, so you have hide Durham stuff. That's it? Okay. Yep. It's raining here? They have their own fake rain. Oh, dude, I haven't explored all this. Or gotten these. Dude, I didn't even get these, called lazy. Standard associates ahead. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to. Come on, you want to talk to me? I'm traveling with the kids. Never mind, it can be wait. No, you want to talk to me. We were to wait here while Father arranges us with the next lift. Here, being a logistic on Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthios are regulated. Weather is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapor, simulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By maintaining the temperature and air circulation, they're able to create the ideal environment for growth and preservation of the biological samples kept here. Hold on, how do you know so much about it? Why, Father brought me here as a child. Wait, and left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind. You went off somewhere with Grandfather. Done it before. I've been asking Father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. 'Tis all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world to grow inured to the wondrous. Jesus fuck. Old English fucks my shit up. But having gained the understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the space bunnies in recreating a similar environment, to have come to view such a process with new light. The subterranean gardens of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiac, the habitations built for all mankind beneath the moon's surface, each unique yet unbelievably similar. Why are there fucking mobs up there though? 'Tis no coincidence. Ever since Heidelin unfolded us the grim fate of what that awaits the theorists, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos in preparation of the Great Exodus. But that's not all. It's also a testing ground for technology that will allow us to settle on distant stars. To settle on... They're really gonna make us extraplanetary. Jesus fuck. Though the space bunnies have endured to make the moon inhabitable, it is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, and thrive where all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for you all to enter the central circuit. That's where most of our preparations for the Great Exodus are carried out. The construction of the Ark among them. Jesus fuck. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restrictions and will have free reign to come and go as you please. Let's go. We will prove ourselves worthy of your trust. Your trust. Let us proceed. He already does. He already does. The Aether Brand is being instructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is... Once the necessary instructions have been made, we shall leave it with him. Okay. New area.
could swap them out. No, been there, done that. Down near lost me eyebrows.
Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the ether burner conundrum.
Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you, the ether burner burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding. Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Hast thou consulted with the Loperids?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You trying to drive me mad?
Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. and the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up. It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut? Heavens, are you all right? You look pale as a... Well... Best put that battle from your mind for now. Deep breaths. That's it.
Okay. I wasn't sure what the response was going to be.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously... Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward. This is Alphinaud. The Scions have need of you.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-Wood expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists or enthusiasts.
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Anyway, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking, and I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Charlian before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, Just like that, our refined adamantite is on its way. Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
At times like this, we're reminded how famous or infamous Alphino has become. Who would have thought he could achieve so much with a single link-for-all conversation? As we're expecting a rather lot of visitors in the near future, it best return to the surface to inform the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh, and who might that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. On that note, I leave matters in your capable hands. Best of luck. And away she goes. What the fuck was that in the background? Meanwhile, in Ul'dah. What's happening in Ul'dah? Let's make it happen, Captain. Oh, fuck the final days.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Salt and Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Viergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the stone torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Ul'dah's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Ul'dah will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ul'Namo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Black Shroud.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Hey, Leaf.
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Are our deficiencies so plain to see?
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
Wow. Setting up the whole world.
There you are! We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already... Ah. A roar! A dragon's roar!
I can never really see.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honourable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid. Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is. And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
Ooh. Okay. So our friends are searching to refine adamantite, and sacred relics. We will only know if they meet the requirements once they've arrived. In the meantime, is there aught we can do to be of service? You've already done more than enough. If I had to say, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about Allagan technology. Well, call sit up. You there? Oh, well, I guess that would be him with the red eyes and matching hair. You seem to know more than your average scholar. This is like this make it happen. If only Master Kokobol knew how right he was. While he and Graha established a rapport, why don't we help preparations for the great exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement, but I propose this is not the curry favor. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This will be an opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the logistics of traversing the Grey Expanse, and if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the adamantite. Well, ain't you a bunch of buggers? If you've a mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Charlian Hamlet is lousy with researchers and scholarly types, busying themselves preparing for the exodus. Pah! The lot will need all the help they can get. Off we go. I thought it was on this, but I didn't see it. From what I can tell you, a lot of people actually live down here. Don't know how much we can offer. Let's go. Let's meet by the Aetheryte once our work is done. My work is done, let's go. Oh, and I gotta go do a bunch of menial things. Helping with the arc. Yep, we'll power it. Yep, new helpers. Yep. Ah. There you go. There we go. What the fuck are you? Okay. Living way. Yep, let's go. We're hoping the forest give us a guided tour, but it appears they're preoccupied. A tour of Labyrinthios. Okay. Yeah, he's up top. Singing away. Oh my god, these zoom in. What on earth? Look for points of interest. Alright. Metallic tube. Alright. Is that all up? Okay. I'll be ending the stream after this quest. Well, if I were to hazard a guess, water drawn from underground, presumably with some mechanism. Okay, so they're talking about that. Am I right? Yes. Indeed, carrying valuable resource. With, however, the people of Aetherius sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive? So wherever you choose to live, you're never far from water. Oh dear. I worry we won't be able to procure a necessary amount. But it would appear they rely more on it than we anticipated. A few adjustments may be in order. Once we've calculated the average rate of consumption per individual, it may also be worth learning how exactly we obtain water in the first place. Master Alphino spoke of machinery responsible. Okay. May have to look the space bunnies. Okay. Ah, yes, that sounds absolutely splendid. We must journey beyond the sanctuary of Charlemagne. Okay. A valid concern indeed. Dangerous creatures. Okay. Regrettably, too many hungry predators may appear. Or rather, appetizing source of snacks. Might I impose upon the... Okay. A more valiant protector I could not wish for. Well, I'm up 11. If it's all the same, I'd rather not be eaten by some horrid beastie. Come along, growing way. Alright. And that's where we're gonna end it. I'm out.